To Yeti or not to Yeti? That is the question of the day. And that's my question for you guys. Do you go full Yeti? Or do you not buy into the hype and go Ozark Trail or something similar, a Yeti copy? So I want to talk about mugs, cups, thermoses here, water containers, coffee containers, drink containers, and everything alike. So yeah, when Yeti first came out, I laughed at the idea of owning a Yeti and spending an absorbent amount of money for a cup, essentially, right? It's just a cup, a container for liquids. Yeah, I just totally laughed at the idea. I saw many people jump on board and spend a lot of money on these thermoses and, you know, coffee mugs and so forth. And originally, I got an Ozark Trail. And this was a copy of the Yeti. Let's move this other stuff out of the way. It's getting crowded. I'm feeling claustrophobic here. All right. So I started with this. I love the idea of a Yeti. I love the idea of a quality, you know, coffee mug, thermos, what have you, right? So Ozark Trail made basically copies of the Yeti with the design. You know, this lid is pretty much very, very similar, all right? And every new model of Yeti that comes out, you'll see Walmart has Ozark Trail, and there's other brands as well. I'm just happen to be picking on this one right now. I'm not really picking on it, they work fine. But yeah, they copied a lot of different designs, okay? And this one works fine, still works fine. This is my travel coffee mug. I love it. I don't travel a lot. Maybe that's why I love it so much. Most times, like in the morning, whether I'm making coffee or Christina's making coffee, she'll fill up her mug and I'll fill up mine, but I always fill this up. And even if I'm home, I'll just drink out of this instead of my coffee mug, just because it's taller and it keeps it hotter longer. That's just a morning thing. I'm into that habit, I'm into that routine. If I have coffee later in the day, because sometimes I do like coffee instead of having dessert or something, or, you know, in the evening, it's nice watching a movie, just have a nice hot cup of coffee or tea or something. Then I'll go to like one of my nice regular ceramic mugs. But generally speaking, I drink coffee out of here. I do drink my coffee black, so it tends to be hotter longer. You know, when you make a fresh pot of coffee, pour it in there. If you're the person dumping in a bunch of creamer or milk or something, it cools it down and you can drink it right away. But not me. When I pour super hot, fresh brewed coffee in here, it's screaming hot. I gotta wait like 10 minutes just to start sipping on it, and then with the, you know, insulation that's here, it lasts all day. So I can literally drink, you know, this mug of coffee for hours on end until it's gone. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll drink it right away, and other times I'll just kind of sip on it. Even if it goes cold after a while, I don't care. I could drink cold black coffee. That's one of the perks of having black coffee. I actually like the flavor of coffee. I don't like coffee flavored drinks. If you're one of those people that go to Starbucks and you get the whatever coffee with the, you know, 5 names in front of it, that's a coffee flavored drink. There's nothing wrong with that. You just don't like coffee that much. You like the coffee flavor. Basically, it's a coffee milkshake. But anyway, that's a whole separate rant. Not that I really care what other people enjoy, but just saying, coffee is black. So, Ozark Trail, this was totally fine. I love it. This was, I want to say, like $8 maybe. And when I got this, Christina was very much curious about the Yeti phase, right? Hearing people talk about their Yetis, they love them. And she's all about the quality. You know, we're both on the same page there. Buy once, cry once, you know, pay a little extra and really enjoy it. Now, it didn't come like this. This is all accessorized. It didn't come with this handle here, which I think comes off the side. There we go. That was on there pretty tight. So yes, this was an accessory, and this lid was an accessory. So it was basically this. This is what this is. This is a copy of this. This came out. Ozark made this, and it had a similar top, which is put away right now, but it looked kind of like this. And you can see even it fits. It's even the same size. So it just had a little zipper hole there, and it was a Yeti. All right. She loved it, but the coffee would get a little bit cold, all right, because she'd wait a while to drink it, and she wanted to have something that was sealed. So we saw this. I think it was at either Gander Mountain or maybe Dick's, I don't remember. But she loved the idea. Now when we bought this, because she just wanted something that was sealed. And this slides open and closed, right? So once she started using this, totally fell in love with this. Didn't even know for the first week that this piece here pops off. which I'm not used to doing. She always does this since it's hers. But this is magnetic. All right, so cleanup is perfect. She's gone through a lot of different coffee mugs because they get grimy and it's hard to clean. This is the easiest, most wonderful thing to clean because you can scrub every nook and cranny, all right, and it stays clean. Very easy to replace. Still going strong a year later. All right, so now she has a seal. The coffee can stay hot for a long time. It won't splash around in the car, which is a bonus. I think while she was originally interested in this, not only was the coffee getting cold, but I think one time at work it just tipped over and literally made a mess. So she's like, I got to get some kind of a sealed top, and we happened to see that. She's like, perfect. This top was $10. But another $10. I mean, I thought it was crazy that a lid was $10. I'm like, $10? I can get one of these for the price of your lid. But you know what? It was awesome. It was a quality, well thought out design, and she loved it. And then eventually, she saw this thing, and this was very cool, and she loves this as well. So now, she has a nice little handle for it. So she uses this, ooh, whoops. Let me line it up with that logo for her. She'll yell at me. She'll be like, she'll know I've been touching this, because she's not here right now. She'll be like, what'd you do to my mug? But yeah, anyway. So let's put that off to the side. So she loves that thing, literally uses that 6 or 7 days out of the week since she's got it. Absolutely loves it, was worth every single penny. So here I am with this, and I still love this, and I have no problems with it whatsoever. So then came the can koozie, can holder. This holds a 12-ounce can. I saw YETI came out with one. I love the idea. I wanted one bad. I did not want to spend the money. I have not gotten the YETI bug yet. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to save some money. I'm a smart dude. I'm going to go to Walmart, get the $5 version of it. And I have to say, I love the $5 version of it. I use this all the time. If I have a 12-ounce can, and I want to drink out of the can, because sometimes I like just the feeling of drinking out of a can. I do drink like LaCroix and stuff like that, since I'm dieting and trying to eat healthy and live healthy. So if I get hungry, instead of having a snack, I just drink a can of carbonated water. So, yum. It's actually not that bad. A lot of LaCroix and all the other brands, not just LaCroix, that's kind of expensive. I don't always get that. But yeah, I like the feeling of drinking out of a can, especially if it's something carbonated. So this works out fine for $5. I don't know what the YETI version is like, but this one works out fine for me. So the can's cool, love that. Coffee, got it, check, done. However, about 2 weeks ago or so, we're walking around. Again, I think it was Dick's. I'm not 100% on that. I know when they did their assault rifle ban thing, I kind of boycotted them, didn't go there for a while. And then to be honest, I totally forgot. I just ended up there one day because I was looking for some fish and stuff, and my local place didn't have it. So I'm walking around in there, and I was with Christina, and she saw this, and she wanted it. So we got this, which is her like around the house cup, because again, she doesn't mind this open top, but not for travel. So she does everything with this. It's not just coffee. She puts her iced tea in here or water, whatever she's drinking. This is now her house cup. Our actual cups, like in the cabinet, we haven't seen since we got these. So she loves that. She's totally, you know, bit by the YETI bug. She loves the YETIs now, looking at all different YETI type stuff. And so I finally decided to try it out for myself. And I have to say, I'm very happy. I was going to, for a third time, go with Ozark Trail. But when I went to Walmart, okay, to kind of compare, the Walmart version of these were horrible. The seals were really bad. They squeaked and they got kind of stuck, and they were cross-threading really easily, and it just wasn't a good seal on it. The body seemed fine and everything. It's all about that seal. If you want it to stay cold, you have to trap that air in there. It has to be a nice, tight seal. I don't want anything leaking. Obviously, if you're splashing this around, you know, it might be a problem. So, ended up back at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I bit the bullet on this. I did not want to spend the money that this cost. The thermos itself, or whatever, came with this lid originally, which we'll talk about in a second. But this was $39.99, I believe. Let's see. I think it's on the bottom or top. Where is it? Oh, it's on the bottom. This one is, no, yes, 26 ounce. Okay, so this is a 26 ounce thermos. It's like the medium sized. I figured the small one was too small and the big one was too big. I didn't want it to be like super heavy because I wanted this to be something I can grab and go. It came with this lid, which there's nothing wrong with this at all. I figured if I'm going to spend 40 bucks what's another 10 bucks for, you know, the lid? So I ended up getting this other lid, which I really, really am happy with, to be honest. This basically just, it's supposed to be like for chugging, but it's just a narrower neck, so it's way more comfortable to drink out of here than just the open top. Like really, really makes a difference. So the $10 for me was worth it. So now I have a $50 water holder. You know, I could just reuse the same plastic bottle I can get for free from the store when I buy one. But I have to say, the quality is there. It really is a quality product. Now that being said, this is the modern YETI, okay, which is made in China. I know, or I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure what I've heard is that when YETI first came out, I think they're located in Texas or something, it was an all-American company. But then they got very popular, they couldn't keep up with demand, and they started having their stuff made in China. Now, if you happen to have an original YETI, let me know down in the comments. Do you have an original and you've got one of these new ones? Does it make a difference in quality? Is the Chinese ones not as good? I don't really know. All I can tell you is this is the nicest quality water container I've ever had. All the seals are really good. Like I said, that's the sport top for the water. If I wanted to take that off to drink something hot in here, let's say, because I'm just drinking water, you can see there's still some in there. If I'm just drinking water, I really, really like this top. But, you know, it's gonna be winter time soon. If I want to put something else in there that's hot tea or hot black coffee or something, I could just switch back to this regular lid and just drink out of there. I don't need like a special top or anything like that. But I have to say, since getting this, I'm drinking a lot more water. I go through 2 to 3 of these a day. Drinking all that water, it's good for my body, but it's also keeping me full. You know, when I have like a trigger and I want to eat something, instead I drink water and my belly is being filled, or stomach. Well, I do have a belly. Eventually I like just the stomach, that'd be nice. But no, I happen to have a belly. It fills up with water and it makes me feel more full. So I'm getting hydrated, which is nice. I still feel guilty spending the money on this. It's like, it is crazy expensive, $50. Like I said, you can go to Walmart, $8, $9, get a Ozark Trail version of that. It's just, it's not as good quality. It's no different than buying a $20 knife compared to the $200 knife. It's just not the same. Now, as far as performance, I've seen people do tests where the Ozark Trail, because they're both just double walled, all right, so you don't feel whether it's cold or hot on your hands, all right? There's an outer layer and then there's an inner layer and there's air in between. So like it doesn't, you know, get condensation on it or anything like that, which is nice. You don't need a coaster. You can rest it down just on the table, which is nice as well. So there's these little perks to using, you know, a cheaper or more traditional thermos. Yeah, I've seen people do tests where like overnight, you know, maybe the YETI was like 1 degree cooler or something. So as far as actual performance of keeping the liquids hot or cold, they're very similar. It's not like you're going to get a lot more performance out of this. What you're actually getting are like nicer seals. You're getting accessory options like different tops and stuff, which is awesome. You're also getting different color, like nice coating on here. I don't know if this is like a powder coat or whatever. By the way, I did go with the red. I had the black in my hand. I kind of wanted the gray one. The gray one is really nice looking, but they didn't have it in this size. They only had it in the small and big one. But I figured this nice dark red is just different. You know, Christmas is coming up pretty soon. Well, not super soon, but I don't know. I just want to be different. Everything I get is always black. Black, black, black. Just like knives. I like a little pop of color every now and again. I figure everyone has a black YETI. Not as many people have the red one. So, man, this is a long-winded video. Talking about cups. Who knew you could talk so much about cups? So yeah, I'm just basically asking your guys' advice, your opinions, your experience. I'm new to the YETI scene. I'm not going to go out and start buying a bunch of YETI stuff. I'll probably never ever own their coolers. Not because they're so expensive and it's not because they're not good or anything. I just don't. I have an Igloo. I actually have 2 coolers. They're both Igloos and they're cheap and they work fine. I don't need a big $700 cooler or whatever they cost. I'm sure some of the big ones are like ridiculous prices. So yeah, I don't know if they're worth it or not. I just focus on this stuff. All I know is since getting this, since spending $50 on this dumb thermos, I'm drinking a lot more water, which is a good thing. And I plan to have this with me everywhere I go. So far, if I'm in the car, I got it with me. The little carry handle, whether it's this one or this one, throw 2 fingers in there. It's just really comfortable. And this size, what did I say, 26 ounce? It just seems to be that sweet spot where it's enough water where I can chug a bunch and have it, you know, for a long period of time, but it's not too heavy. Like at first I was looking at, I figured, oh, if I'm gonna spend money, I might as well go ahead and get like the half gallon. But then I'm thinking I'm carrying around all that weight all the time. It's totally unnecessary. I could just refill this. It's not like I'm gonna be out in the middle of the desert. I'm not gonna have access to water or anything. And yes, water with a D. That's how I say it. W-A-D-E-R, water. I grew up in Jersey and that's how everyone says it there. So anyway, that's the question of the day. To YETI or not to YETI? And if money is not an object here, well, I guess if money was never a concern, you'd always get the expensive thing, right? Money is a concern. That's the whole reason why half of you guys out there won't buy one of these is because it's too darn expensive and you think it's dumb. But I have to say, after finally biting the bullet and trying it out, I am very happy with it. We'll see long term how these seals, you know, keep up, and as it gets banged around and dented, how this coating's gonna, you know, wear in and stuff. But I'm happy with it. There is a difference in quality, like fit and finish of the caps and the seals is very, very different from the much cheaper option. And you guys let me know if there's other brands too. Ozark Trail, it's a go-to just because that's what Walmart sells and they have a lot of clones. In fact, last time I was there, I was looking for this, the clone version, and they actually had different tops. Where was it? It was this. It was these coffee mugs, and they had one of these like sliding top. It wasn't magnetic at all, and they were selling for $1. So $10 top on a maybe $30 or $40 mug, whereas the Ozark Trail is a $1 top, you know, if you want the special one, $1 top on the $8 mug, you know. So it's a huge, huge price difference. But again, it's a pretty good example of you get what you pay for. And I don't know if they're really worth all that extra money. I mean, it'd be cool if it was double, but the fact that it's triple or 4 times the price, you know, kind of stinks. It makes it inaccessible for a lot of people that may have a good need for it, you know. But anyway, just the question, to YETI or not to YETI. Let me know down in the comments. You can simply write YETI good or YETI bad if you don't want to have a drawn out comment. But I'm just curious on your feedback. A lot of you guys get into the YETI thing? Do you drink out of it all the time? Do you not care? Do you think it's dumb and overpriced and it's just hyped up and it's just a cup? You know, you can get a paper cup, you can go to McDonald's and get a cup and just keep refilling it for the next 6 months every time you're thirsty. Some people do that, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling about cups. What am I doing here? I guess I'm just thinking out loud with a camera recording. So let me know your feedback, comments, thoughts, opinions, all that kind of good stuff down below. There are plenty of other brands. I'm sure some people might chime in and say, YETI was yesterday's news and you got to try the, you know, Water 2000. Now that's a cup. But I don't know. I don't know much about this kind of stuff. All I know is that YETI was big for a long time. They're still pushing it a lot of places, and I know they're very expensive. And maybe for some people it's just a status thing, like, oh yes, pinky in the air. I drink out of a $50 cup. I don't know. I don't really care about that aspect of it. Quality is quality. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything. This serves its purpose. This specifically, for me and my needs, this $8 cheap copy of a mug, perfect. Works awesome. The $5 copy of a, you know, metal can koozie, amazing. I love it. But when it comes to the water jugs, it does set itself apart from its competition. It's cheap competition. I don't want things leaking on me. I don't want to have a problem with it's actually working in the future. So I feel like this will probably last a while, but we will see. I'll give you an update maybe a year from now or something. Who knows? But you guys, obviously some of you have been, you know, using these products for many years. Let everyone know in the comments, including myself, what your experience has been. Is it worth the money? Is it not worth the money? Do you like it? Do you not like it? YETI yes or YETI no? Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. What's it going to be about? Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.